Hey guys, it is Tuesday and we are 2.5 weeks out from the big one, Pro-Am, mid-December. But I have one more meet before then. This Friday and Sunday. Friday is the 100, Sunday is the 200 prelims and finals, so I get a couple chances to just see where I'm at, and that will help guide me for the last 2 weeks of taper into the Pro-Am. And I will probably suit up for at least finals of this meet. I think it's really important that you get experience in a suit before you actually have your big meet, because it is a very different sensation as you're going through the water. It does affect your body position and even your stroke. So we will see how that goes this weekend. But first, we've got a couple practices. I'm going to take you through a taper swim today, which will be about 1800, and then a taper lift tomorrow, so that you can see how the movements, the intensity, the volume, the weights, etc. change going through a taper. It's very important that you keep your routine, which is lifting is part of that, all the way through to your meet. So let's get in there and see where I am at. All right, I did 20 minutes of activation, 900 warm up so far. Finishing up warm up with a little bit of speed work. Here's the set that I'm doing. This is both speed work and technical work to get my breaststroke feeling the way I want it to, because after doing this, I'm going to do this set, just kind of some canaries to see what kind of power I've got in my stroke. Starting off with 2 strokes per 25, and then going to 3 strokes per 25, and then 4 strokes per 25. And we're gonna finish with this set again, a little more speed work, maybe with fins to really hype the arms. And then we're gonna probably end with a single 25, maybe 2 25s, just depending on how I feel. And that should give me a pretty good idea of where I'm at. Let's go. Feeling pretty good on the first set. See how the next one goes. Oh, I'm lucky I got that. That felt slow. It looked slow?
It didn't. You went, and granted, I know it's different from when you're sprinting, but you went really deep with each stroke.
Yeah.
But deeper than normally you do, I felt.
I did feel like I got good surge on the strokes, but like my pullouts didn't feel fast. I don't know.
Your pullout looked better coming this way.
Yeah, because I was a little angry about the first one. Gotta use that anger. So, all right, thanks.
Okay, so 3 easy, and then I'm back for the next one, right?
Yes, thank you. Still a little bit of diving, but yeah, the strokes felt pretty good. Pullouts still feel a little weak, but that's all right.
You lose and I mean most breaststrokers do, but you're losing more acceleration than normal. Okay, so pull down. Right before you, like as you're making this motion, you kind of halt a little bit.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. Which, like, for you, more than you normally do at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm just, usually I focus on getting through fast. Maybe I wasn't focusing. Focus. Yeah, I
Your
felt pretty.
strokes, you were much more. You weren't too deep.
Yeah.
But you were less deep on the second lap than the first lap.
Yeah. I felt better the second 25.
Yeah.
I felt pretty high the whole way, but even higher.
Yeah.
And I felt like I got through this part of the pullout
Better. Yeah.
better.
You had good forward acceleration.
Can't stop thinking about anything. Yeah, I felt like it.
So yeah, out in 15:19, 32:49 for your final time.
Cool.
Did you say you were going to do a 50 and then a sprint 25?
Yeah.
Starting from this end or that end?
I'm not yet.
I'll check in at a 50.
Thanks. Hi. So we're gonna hit that speed set one more time, and then we'll do 25 fast. I won't show you the speed set again, just 25 fast. Okay, 25 fast, coming at you from that end. Not bad. How was
That
it?
went good.
Did it?
Nice and high in the
Did it?
water. Powerful without kind of getting stuck. So you were able to exert that power forward.
Yeah.
Overall stronger.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'll go put this.
Bag is great. Thanks.
There's only one bag.
So there it is. 1344. Not quite what I was hoping for. Would like to have been maybe a 1 or a 2. But hey, solid work. I feel pretty good about where I'm at. Damn thing about taper is you don't actually want to feel good during taper. Not until the meet. So I like where I'm at. I'll see you tomorrow on the late one. All right, it is Wednesday, so I'm heading in to go lift after doing about 20 minutes of activation, 700 of swimming. There are 2 really important things that you need to remember as you go through lifting during taper. Number 1, you should be lifting pretty much all the way to your meet. Jason Lezak said it best a few years ago. You wouldn't cut out swimming when you're tapering. Why would you cut out lifting? It's a very important part of the routine. You need to keep it going. The second thing is, as you keep it going, you simply adjust the sets that you do and the weight that you do. The volume, meaning the number of reps, decreases. The amount of weight on the bar decreases, but the intensity stays very high. Typical sets for me as I go through lifting in a taper are 4 sets of 3, and that changes slightly as I get closer and closer to the meet. Right now I'm pretty much 2 weeks out from the big meet, so I'm going to do a press and a pull that are going to be probably 4 sets of 3, and then a deadlift, which will be just 3 sets of 3 because the legs take longer to recover, and then a core movement. So let's go check it out. Okay, first up is press, overhead, banded. Normally on this, I would be doing probably 30 pounds. Today, 15, 4 sets of 3. Okay, movement number 2, deadlift. We're starting off trap bar with 145 for the first set, and then second, third, if there is a third, will be probably 195. Normally for sets of 3, I'd be hitting probably 400 plus, so less than 50%. Felt good. Okay, pull-in movement is decline pullovers. Now, the back, kind of like the legs, take a while to recover. So on this, I'm probably just doing 2 sets of 4 with 55 pounds. Normally on this, I'd probably be at least 115 pounds.
Oh, it's got a dance number. That's a dance number.
All right, last thing is pal-offs. We're gonna go just one set, 30 seconds each side. Normally I would be doing 2 or 3 sets of at least 30 seconds, probably 40 or 45 seconds. And I'm bringing the tension down. I'm using a red band instead of the normal Fike Swim purple band. Get those. So everything comes down, including core. All right, that's it. 25 minutes in and out, pretty quick. Felt great. All right, it's Friday. That means race day, 100 breaststroke. I swam prelims this morning. I didn't show you that. I'm sorry, but it wasn't really worth seeing. It was a 55-1. I was suited for that, and so I was a little disappointed. In a suit, I really wanted to be well under 55, which maybe was too much to hope for at this point because I still got 2 weeks of taper. The tempo was too slow. I was 5, 6, 6, 7 strokes, and I just kind of felt heavy, sluggish, stiff. I don't know what word I want for it yet, but it wasn't awesome. So tonight we're hoping for a little less of all that stuff and a little more awesome. Let's go see what I can do. All right, lane 4, there are 2 goals in this race. One, fast hands from the in sweep to the shoot forward, very explosive. The second goal was body position, and you can see that my upper body is very high over the water as I go forward. You can see a lot of my back, and that's nice, but the most important part of high body position for breaststrokers and butterflyers is hips. You've got to get the hips up, and from this angle, it's a little difficult to tell, but what you want to see at this angle is a lot of movement of the water around my hips and even some of my black suit, which you do. So everything's going pretty darn good so far. But we're going to hit pause and back up for a second because I want you to look at this third 25 coming out of the gate, out of that pullout, how I direct my momentum too much up and not enough forward. And then after the first stroke, I regain that forward momentum and I really drive forward. You can see, it's subtle, but there's just a loss of speed there, and then I get going again, and I've been working so hard to fix that over the last, more than a year. Now, in this last 25, I was definitely getting tired, but happy with how my stroke held up all the way to the finish, but dang it, that was a long finish.
And 29:55.
54.7, you know, it's not bad. Better than this morning. Not quite the 54.5 that I wanted to go, because last year at this meet, I was 54.5, so had that stuck in my head. This was a better race, though, than last year for 2 reasons. One, last year I trimmed up a lot of my body hair, and this year I didn't touch a single hair on my body, and that makes a difference. 2, last year felt great in this race. I mean, in fact, it was probably felt too great. I think I may have peaked because 2 weeks later at Pro-Am, the same Pro-Am I'm prepping for this year, I only dropped half a second when I shaved, and that wasn't the best time. So I'm probably in a good place because that still felt sluggish, heavy, stiff, whatever you want to call it. And that is the way it should be when you still have 2 weeks left in your taper. So I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at. Sunday is the 200. Very excited for that. I will probably cut straight to finals unless I do something really cool with the DPS work I'm going to do in prelims. I will see you there. For the 200, I'm down here in lane 3 because I did not have an awesome prelim swim, which is why I didn't show it to you. I was 206 on just 27 strokes, but a little slower than I was hoping to be. So third out of prelims, and the goals on this were basically the same as in the 100. Besides picking up the tempo, it was fast hands and high body position. And I felt like I did a really good job on that through the first 100, 125 of this race. I got a little too amped up on the first 25. I was 4 strokes. I meant to be 3, but then I held 4s all the way through the fifth 25, and the hand speed was good. The body position was good. The first 50 split was 26.4. The second 50 is a 31.0, so I fell off a little bit more than I was hoping to, which just tells me I need more rest. And then the next 2 50s are going to be 32.3, so falling off a bit more, but I actually did hold it together pretty well time-wise. On the fourth 50, I was 32.7, so didn't hit that 33 number, but definitely tells me that I'm tired. And as I go through the second 100 here, you can see how inconsistent my hand speed is. There'll be a stroke or two that are really good, aggressive, fast, but then a stroke that is a little bit more passive. Even though I'm thinking about it the entire time, fatigue is just starting to take its toll. It's also starting to take its toll on my hips. You can see how maybe on the first stroke, because of the wall speed, I'm getting my hips up a little bit more, but then they're dragging through the rest of each 25. And so I was a little disappointed with that, but that's okay. I'm hoping that with more rest and more tempo, because I was only 5, 5, 6 strokes on the last 325s, I need to be 5, 6, 7. Hopefully with all of that, I can keep my hand speed, my hip position better, and hit that goal time of 155. .2026. Kind of fell apart there on the last 100 and almost 2.5 seconds slower than I was at this meet last year, but I'm good with it. I got all the right excuses. Besides the same ones as the 100 with the fatigue and the hair, I also have the fact that the stroke count in this race was lower than last year, it was too low, and yada, yada, yada. I got all kinds of good reasons, good excuses for how I'm going to drop 7 seconds in 2 weeks and hit my goal time of 155. So I'm good. It's all good. It's fine. Everything's fine. But seriously, this meet told me exactly what I needed to know, which is I need more rest than I originally thought, especially in my legs. So it did its job. I was not thinking I was going to have to rest as much as I'm going to, but I've got a plan now, a really good plan that I'm confident in, and I am confident in all the training that I've done up to this point. So I legit feel good going into Pro-Am in 2 weeks. I will let you know how it goes. Good luck with your swimming. Swim different.